Alright guys, we're back. Check this one out. New Zealand versus the Canadian. I want to follow up on our bullish position. You know, I was a little bit concerned a couple of days ago, when price began to dip back below our main point of reference and trigger level. That was 0.9120. You remember when we started, I first initiated this bullish conviction when price moved across that 91.20 and also made it with a weekly close. So it kind of confirmed. Let's take a look at that. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. So we see that was the first moment that I decided to take action. Obviously trying to get back to our old trend, right? Our old upside trend with the intention to complete the move towards the upper section. Let's take a look at this setup we're talking about. So 94.06, right? That's our old price target. That's also our final destination. That's pretty much where we're aiming at. So when price was breaking that 91.20 2 weeks ago, I was delighted and I established a bullish position. Later on, price, at first price kind of for a couple of days, it continued pretty well on the upside, but then came this drop, and at the middle of the week, and I'm talking about last week, of course, price dipped into back below that 91.20. So that was a bit of a concern to me, but I decided to stay put because what is important is not the daily close, it's actually the weekly close, and I wanted to see if price is going to be actually breaking that key level from the weekly perspective as well. No doubt that was if that would have happened, I would close that position right away. But basically you can see what happened. Price climbed back in, and take a look at the weekly close again. Now I'm talking about last week, right? So I think that was a strong vote of confidence with regards to that resistance, which by now, as we can see, turned into a strong support, and that should be the case. That actually should be a pivotal point. That's what I was referring to, that key level right from the get-go, and I think it's holding on pretty well and kind of fulfill its destination. So right now I think we're gonna hold, this key level is gonna hold, and I think this is a very important step when regards to that breakthrough from that limitation of that black system. So we're back into, what I did when I noticed that price came back in, I actually increased the position. You can see a second trade that I've entered here. It was just yesterday when I noticed, of course, that price was breaking through second time, kind of reconfirming with a second weekly close. My stop loss level is still at 0.90. I want to see some positive momentum. Definitely, bypass the previous high, right? Once we get that in motion, the next step would be to push stop loss level by about 50 pip. I'm still gonna leave it, below our test level here, 91.20. So it should be interesting to see how things will unfold here. We're looking into about 370, 380 pip of potential profit to 94.06, our final destination. That's about that for this one, guys. That's about that for today. We'll see you tomorrow.